Wow, the lake is unbelievably calm this morning. Call me crazy, but I've got this undeniably strong urge to drag the paddleboard out and hit the lake up for a little paddleboarding this morning. I think I'm gonna go for it. Hey sightseers, Sightseeing Sally here, and today I'm about to embark on what's either gonna go down as one of the craziest things I've ever done or one of the stupidest things I've ever done. Either way, I'm sure you're gonna find it rather entertaining. Now, this wouldn't be the first time I've embarked on anything that borders on the line of either crazy or stupid. And I think back to my college days, to that time when my big sister and I broke into the Alpha Z Delta house. And one point of clarification before we go any further, just so you know, technically we didn't break into the Alpha Z Delta house. The door was unlocked, and so we just kind of let ourselves in. But anyways, moving right along, well, I ain't gonna tell you the rest of that story because, that'll sidetrack us from what we're gonna do today. But if you ever want to know what happened on that day, let me know in the comment section below. Anyways, up here in Wisconsin, it's been day 185 or so of winter. Well, not really, but maybe really, because we started having cold weather back in October, and it just seems like we really haven't gotten to the point of saying goodbye to winter, as evidenced by all the snow yet here on the ground. Now, it had melted, and we thought we were getting spring, but then earlier this week, late last week, I don't remember because, coronavirus quarantine, can't remember what day it is, but we got a snowstorm, and since then it hasn't warmed up exactly. And yet I'm itching to get out on the paddleboard. So that being said, I'm thinking it's time to bust out the paddleboard, break it out of storage, and set sail for the first time this year. Now, this wouldn't be the first time that I've ventured out on the water early before it got really warm out. Back in high school, a group of us decided that we wanted to be the first ones out kneeboarding before anybody else. And so one fine April day, maybe it was in May, I don't really quite remember. I just know it was before Memorial Day weekend and before the end of school. And before it even had warmed up, because I believe that day it was in the 50s, we set out on the boat and did some kneeboarding, water skiing out on the river in my hometown. So this isn't the first time, and probably won't be the last time, that I do something quite peculiar when it comes to water. And you have to remember, I grew up on the shores of Lake Michigan, where the water temperature normally sits around a nice, cool 45 to 55 degrees. Except in summer, like August, when it maybe warms up to like 65. So, I'm used to that kind of cold water. And if you think about it, if you dress for it and you don't fall in, you really got nothing to worry about. Since my paddleboard is in storage currently, I'm gonna have to employ the help of one other person. Oh, look who's waiting for me. Can I come in? Or are you coming out? I guess they're coming out. What you doing? Speaking of Corona Crazy. I'm wondering if you'll help me with something.
What?
Get my paddleboard down out of the garage.
Okay.
As I said, the key to it is dressing for it. So as you'll notice, I'm wearing insulated clothing, my insulated leggings. And then I dug these out because, you know, I got shoes for every occasion. So these will stay on my feet so I don't have to worry about my feet freezing while I'm standing up on the paddleboard because the plastic is cold. And then, of course, can't forget the old life jacket. There, I think I'm pretty much set. Coming through! Let's do this! Woohoo! Yeah! Oh, the water is just like glass. This is gonna be awesome. So far, so good. Board's not wet. All right, so we're gonna test out to show you how cold the air is and how cold the water is today using Marty's trusty donut maker heat gun. So, just turn it on. So, pointing it. That's how warm the water is currently. A crisp 41 degrees. So, as I said, the key is going to be to not fall in, because if I fall in, I'm pretty much screwed, for lack of better words. And my Tascam recorder is going to be toast, because that thing's not waterproof. So, like I said, the key is to stay above water. All right, I'm off. I'm doing it! Well, sightseers, it's a beautiful day out here on the lake, and we're paddleboarding. Yeah, I did it! Crazy as it sounds, I'm out here paddleboarding on April 17th, 2020. Wow, other than it being a little bit chilly, it's perfect out here. What an awesome day for paddleboarding. I can't believe I'm doing this I guess we'll put this down as the craziest thing I've done in 2020. April 17th, 2020. Mark it down in the record books, folks. Of course, that doesn't mean I won't do anything else crazy this year. It's just, this is the first crazy thing I've done all year. Ah yes, nothing like being out on the lake. It's a beautiful day. It's got the puffy clouds up in the sky. And there's Marty waiting for me on the dock. I think he's worried that I'm gonna fall in. But little does he know, I found a solution to that. Yeah, if you sit down like I am, you don't run the risk of falling in quite nearly as bad as if I was standing up. So, nobody said I had to follow any set kind of rules, so I'm doing it my way. If you look over there, you'll see I'm not the only crazy one out on the lake today. That happens to be my neighbors on their paddleboard. It's a different type of paddleboard. It's one of them boats, pontoon boats, that paddles by foot power. The way I see it, this is no crazier than the people that go out on Lake Michigan surfing this time of year. Yeah, there are people that go out on Lake Michigan and surf because, you know, why not, right? The only difference is they probably are wearing either dry suits or wetsuits, and here I am wearing my hiking gear as a creative solution to that. So maybe at some point, if I'm going to continue to paddleboard in extreme weather, I might have to consider investing in some wetsuit, like a full body wetsuit. But for now, this is sufficient. It's accomplishing my goal of getting out on the lake. If you look over in their yard, you can still see a lot of snow. So yeah, it's winter yet, or feels like winter, and I'm out here doing this. I know some of you probably think I'm totally insane, but that's what happens when you got the coronavirus crazies going on. Well, you'll notice that the wind's picked up some, and we're starting to have choppy-like conditions out here on the lake. So I'm not sure how much longer I'm going to sit out here, but we'll pedal a little bit more because I need to get my exercise on. Gotta work off all them calories I ate yesterday from that key lime pie. The wind picking up, the current's pushing me. So I think I'm gonna head in, because as much fun as this was, I think it's time to go on inside and grab a little hot cup of decaf coffee. Ahoy, matey! How's it go? It's beautiful! Perfect day to be paddleboarding. Alright. And just like that, I made it back. Well, sightseers, that concludes the craziness for one day. Like I said, I need a little bit of a warm-up, so time to go in and get changed and put on some decaf coffee. But I'm curious as to all of you, what's the craziest thing that you've done? Let me know in the comments section below. But until next time, stay cool, stay safe. Well, maybe not stay cool, maybe stay warm. Yeah, that's it. Stay warm. See ya, sightseers. special thanks goes out to all our fellow sightseers here on Patreon and PayPal. Without you, these videos wouldn't be possible. Warming up with my cup of decaf coffee and of course a little bit of key lime pie because I worked up an appetite out there. And what's a better way of feeding that appetite than some fresh key lime pie? Homemade by yours truly.